What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Greybeard with the Gaming Brigade, back with another Division 2 video. Today is Monday, August 9th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. As I do every Monday, my friends, I like to take some time and answer some of the questions that you've sent the channel, go over some of your feedback, as well as talk about any changes that we can expect to the game this week in regards to manhunts, global events, things like that. Now, as always, if you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for an Xbox Series S, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. The winner will be announced on October 2nd of this year, and once again, to clarify, you do not need to join as a member to enter for the Xbox giveaway. We do have monthly prizes for membership. However, for the Xbox, like I said, all you need to do is subscribe or follow on Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. One thing I'd like to mention really quick as we start off is that I'm going to be live streaming this evening at about 7 p.m. Pacific time. This is something that some of you have been asking for a while. I'm really excited to start. I'll be just helping out subs get like exotics in the open world, things like that. So if you have some free time, I would love it if you stop by. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is a few things that are going on in the game this week. First of all, the global event ends tomorrow, so please do not forget to use those stars that you've earned, because any unused stars will expire tomorrow and they do not roll over into the next event. Tomorrow also happens to be the day that Belfry, who is the 4th manhunt target in this season, becomes available. And again, to be clear, once you've taken out Shade, Dusk, Wraith, and Belfry, you'll then have access to the prime target, who's Bard and Schaefer. Now, I'll go over a few more details in tomorrow's video. However, a quick reminder is typically when a new manhunt target becomes available, you are getting that double XP for the first 15 shade levels you earn during the first week. And secondly, always remember you can always go back to go after the other targets anytime you want. Moving on, I'd now like to get into some of the feedback that you've sent the channel. And the first thing I want to cover really quick has to do with legendary farming. And I've been receiving a lot of messages recently from people who bounce between heroic and legendary. And honestly, you're really not seeing that huge difference in the quality of loot on a consistent basis. Most of you know by now that I absolutely love this game, but I also want to make sure that I always give a fair and balanced assessment of what's actually happening. So please let me know if you're running legendary. Where are you seeing the best gear? How are you running? Group, solo, whatever. Any information to help, I definitely want to pass along. I mean, I can say from my experience, I typically get better legendary gear when I'm running missions and I'm in a group. For some reason, if I'm running solo in a summit, the gear just doesn't seem to be that good. But again, that's my gameplay, so please let me know what's going on for you down below. Another issue that's been brought to my attention has to do with matchmaking, and for those of you that have been trying to find a group for a specific mission. So let's say if you're trying to find Wall Street, you go to the mission, you use matchmaking, and it just loads and loads and loads, and it takes a good 4 or 5 minutes sometimes to actually join a group. One thing I've mentioned before is the fact that if you don't care what mission you're going to run, you just feel like rolling with a group, all you need to do is go to your map, go over to matchmaking, scroll down to missions, you'll pick your difficulty, and then the computer will add you to a random group, and that is by far the fastest way to join one. However, for those of you that are trying to farm a specific mission, I still recommend getting to the mission, starting it, calling for backup. Just hang at the beginning. Don't start the thing. I mean, you'll start it so people will see what you're actually running, but you'll get there, call for backup, some person will show up, and then you keep doing that until you have a full squad. My friends, if you're looking for an example of that, like I said earlier, I'm going to be live streaming tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific. I know I'm going to have a few people in my group that are looking for the Bullet King, which is the targeted loot at Wall Street, which is the perfect day to get that thing. I will go over all of the details tonight when I live stream. The last thing I want to talk about really quick in regards to matchmaking and group play and things like that is answering the call for backup. And the only issue I've been having is that when I've been answering the call, usually within 2 or 3 minutes I get dealt it out. I'm not sure why, and if this is happening to anyone else out there, please let me know. For my own gameplay, answering the call to someone, especially when they're on like story mode, is so much fun to do because you know they're new to the game, they're just trying things out, and to be able to come in, help out, in my opinion, is exactly what this game's about. And again, it is so much fun to also help people get really good gear. And while I know the game is slow right now with regular players, in the sense of people that were playing this for a while and they're just kind of like dying out for a while until the new stuff shows up, there also happens to be a lot of people who are just starting to return, who bailed after Warlords, or people who are just starting up and they're absolutely loving the game. Last but not least, my friends, I want to once again get into talking about the global events, and there are a few main things I want to cover. First of all, a lot of you are asking how much time are we going to have between the ending of the Seasonal 3 replay and the beginning of Seasonal 4, and at this point we haven't unfortunately gotten any information yet. I know the main reason a lot of people are asking is that they weren't able to complete the season last time, whatever that season was, I forgot the replay, but the point is they weren't able to get those seasonal rewards that they were looking for. You know, when you get to like level 90, like for instance this season, it's the Memento backpack, and that is by far the best piece of gear in the game. Therefore, a lot of people want to make sure they don't miss out on certain things that they missed last time. So my friends, my recommendation is this. Right now, we have 2 weeks until the last global event begins for this season. My opinion, get everything you can done within the next 3 weeks. That way you're set no matter what. Now, obviously, as soon as I have any information on when this current seasonal replay is going to end and the other one is going to begin, I will let you know. And keep in mind as well, all of the exotics that you're finding in these seasons are in the open world as far as you can get them from farming, targeted loot, things like that. However, these are guaranteed drops, so I definitely recommend doing them. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this video up. However, as always, I want to thank you for your continued support of this channel. It sincerely means a lot. And I'd also like to remind you, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, anything I didn't touch base on in this video, please let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, I'd like to remind you, tonight, August 9th at 7 p.m. Pacific, I'll be doing a live stream for at least a few hours, helping people get some exotic weapons. All open world exotics, nothing from the raid, but anything you can find in the open world, I'll definitely help you farm. So if you have some time and you're looking, to get some loot, definitely swing on by. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. If you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Target near you. Medical assistance needed.
And I'll get you again! Check over there!
Be ready! Form!
Checking position!
See what's wrong. Enemy! Target is near you, Agent.